Hello there, it's Jen, and it is Friday, January 3rd, 2025. I've only made the 2024 mistake a few times already today. Welcome, Happy New Year. I hope you had a nice holiday or having a nice end to your holidays. I'm here live today with you and every Friday to do a Stampin' Up card from start to finish. So I've got something I want to share with you, but first what I like to do is do a draw for the card that I made the week before. And so the week before, way back in 2024, was this card here using some new products and actually, sorry, not new products. They're not new. They're available already, Adoring Hearts, and perfect for Valentine's Day. And I made this masculine version. And I also made, here, I'll just pop over here for a second so you can see both better. I also showed you a color scheme that I had for a more pink version. So I made a pink version there as well. So I'm going to do a draw for both of these. Now this one here, I'll actually put it on my website so you can see it, and I'll make sure I put a link back so you can see that too. So hello to Nicole. I love that you're always there, Nicole. That's awesome. Thank you so much. How are you doing? And Happy New Year to you. So I'm going to just pop over to my screen here to share my screen and do a draw for these two cards. So as long as you're not a demonstrator and you are Canadian and you've commented, obviously you wouldn't be in my draw if you hadn't commented or shared, then you can win one of these two cards. So I'm going to do two draws, and I realize I don't have my little post-it notes here, so I'm just going to grab those. I think I have one on the back of this one. Nope, I don't even have one on the back of that one. Well, okay, so I'm grabbing something. Hold on. Alrighty. It's going to be my to-do list because that's the only thing I have handy. Okay, so let's see here. And the first card, the blue one here, is going to go to Nancy. No, not Canadian. Nancy is not Canadian. Well, and she said it's snowing in Wyoming. Wow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and pick another winner. So this is for the blue card. And that is Nicole is there. So Nicole, you get the blue. Actually, Nicole, your signatures are there. Tell me, do you want the blue one or the pink one? So you can choose, and let's do another winner. And so the other winner will get the one that Nicole doesn't choose. Again, as long as you're Canadian and not a demonstrator, hello to Cal, who wished me a Merry Christmas and who's watching the replay. So congratulations to both of you guys. I will be mailing out those cards, and now you'll actually get them in time. Robin says those were cute cards. Hello to Ruth. Nicole loves the pink version. Okay, Nicole, you're getting the pink version, and Cal is getting the blue version. Great. I will put those away for you. Hello to Nancy and Robin. Perfect. Good. Awesome. So let me just take my face out of this for a second. And just a reminder that these catalogs are coming in the mail to you if you are either a current Paper Pumpkin subscriber, someone who did my In Color Club with me this year, or if you've placed an order in the last 3 months. I had to make a cutoff, and so that was the cutoff I did. It's just these are getting so expensive to buy and to mail. So I have put a little thing out where if you do want these, basically they'll be free. All you have to do is send me $8 to start, and then when you place an order, I give you a coupon. I'll actually show you what they are like here, and the coupon is worth $10, so you'll actually make $2 when you place your order. So I'll pop those in the mail. I've got some ready to go here, so if you want those, let me know. If you just want to see the electronic version, it'll be on my website in my newsletter. Actually, I'll put a little thing up for my newsletter here so you can see it. There we go. That's stampwithjen.com. You can see the electronic version, but not until the 7th. I can't even open these until the 7th. So, but I am using something from there today. So let me, without further ado, pull that up. So this is one of the papers, one of the designer series papers from the new catalog. It is called Timeless Plaid. And I should say too that I'm just grabbing this one. Although this catalog is technically finished as of January 6th, January 6th, there are some things that are continuing on. They'll just be in the last chance list, or they'll be in the online exclusive list. So the way you can tell is by looking on my website, and you can see either one of those. I actually think I might just pull that up because it is a little confusing. I know demonstrators are confused, so I can only imagine customers are confused. It's new, right? So Okay, so let me just share this really quickly and then we'll just jump on to the fun stuff. So let me present this again, share screen, share screen. So this is my website, stampwithjen.com. And so if you've never been there before, this thing will pop up, or you can see here and you can sign up for my newsletter. And then if you just click on shop now, it'll take you to my shopping store. And I just want to make sure that that did in fact do that. It did not. Sometimes it doesn't jump with me. So let me just come back and share again. Share screen. And we'll go here. And I'll just make sure it's working. And we'll just do this whole solo layout. Nope, wrong one. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so when you're here, in the store. So there's a bunch of different ways you can look at it. You can see this little hamburger menu over here, which means you can expand it out. And you can go here and you can click on online exclusives. And then anything that is online only and not shown in any catalogs, like this wonderful perpetual calendar. That's a great gift idea. Some of these new papers that are just been recolored. Things I've shown you before, like Nature's Painting Kit, all these things that are not shown in the catalog but are in fact available are all here. And there will be some new ones again on January 7th. So, okay, and then the other thing is the last chance list. So you can go here again to the hamburger menu. If you have a bigger screen, it might expand out differently, but you can go here to specials and you can go to last chance products. And you'll see here that they've got this little banner on them that says last chance. So let's just find one. Here's one, Snowman Hugs. So this was in the little mini catalog that I had up there showing you, and it is now last chance. It's not discounted, but it is available only while supplies last. So one more thing I'm going to show you quickly is if you do want to find some discounted things, you can have this last chance list up and you can scroll down. Or scroll up. I'm just saying, here we go, discount applied. So you can click on any one of these discounts and you can see, I'm going to click 30, 40, or 50% more off. So you can click these and you can see the different things that are available and the discount there. Look at this Latte Love stamp set. $11. Like, that's amazing. Anyways, okay, I digress. Let's pop back here to my desk and I'll just make sure I'm Robin got her books already. Yay! And Shar shared. Thanks so much, Shar. How are you? And hello to Vicky and Paulette. Okay, so in this new mini catalog, which again starts on January 7th, one of the papers here is this lovely package. It's a 6x6, so they're perfect for card making. And it's called Timeless Plaid. So let me just show you some of the patterns. The colors, by the way, I'll read them off as I'm flipping over here. Basic Beige, Boho Blue, Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow. So there's like 4 of each of these. If there's not 4 here, it's because I've used them. Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Pebbled Path, Pecan Pie, and Wild Wheat. So you can see that there's all these lovely, rich colors. To me, this just screams masculine stuff, but also just kind of classic. I mean, you know, there's so many things you can do with plaid, right? So I have got a card that I'm going to make for you today. And then I've got several other examples of the same card. So we'll check out those. I love just the gingham on the one side too. And last but not least, there we go with the blue gingham. So it's really nice little pack of paper. This is a pack of paper that has 48 sheets. There's 12 double-sided designs. So one side, the second side, and there's 4 of each of those. So lots and lots of fun things you can do with that. And certainly you could turn that into scrapbook pages too. It just wouldn't stretch across the 12 by 12 unless you cut it in half. Okay. So I'm going to start with this piece here. So I like this one because it's got Calypso Coral, Wild Wheat, and Cajun Craze in it. But when I went to go find my Cajun Craze paper, turns out I have absolutely none left. So I'm using Copper Clay, which is similar. It's a little less orange, but I think it goes well together with that. And I'm using Basic Beige, which is a nice color with that as well. So those are the colors I'm using, but I wanted to show you a trick on cutting this. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. And I want it so it's going to fit on this piece, and this piece is 5 1/4 by 4. So I need to go to 3 3/4 by 5. So so I still have a nice usable piece of this paper. I'm going to do the smaller measurement first. Normally I do the larger measurement first when I'm cutting paper. So I'm going to do the 3 3/4. Because then that gives me still a whole 6" by 2.5" piece of paper that I can use. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to put that aside. Of course, I don't throw that out. And then I'm going to do my 5" piece. And I still will have a nice little tiny piece of something I can do with that too. So again, don't throw any of those out. Okay, and then I'm going to attach these two together. I think they look pretty great together, actually. And like this, with my seal. And I promise I will look at comments in a second. And that's just going to mat nicely on there using those measurements. So when you go 1/4 inch bigger, then you get that nice 1/8 of an inch border on there. And then I'm going to fold my card base in half and use my bone folder. Now I just changed the blade on my trimmer. And the reason I can tell it needed to be trimmed was, I don't know if you can see that really little fuzzy bit right there. It's starting to get fuzzy. So I have here, oh, I hope I have here. Oh, here it's on my desk, of course, because I was using it. Just a nail file. And you can just take that and kind of file any rough bits off. I wouldn't want to do this every time, but just to get that, because I didn't notice that it was getting rough. And then nice little smooth. And then I've got a wee little mini vacuum here just to get all that dust off there. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to put this on here. Now the sample that I made, I have one that's done a little bit differently. And the step that I'm going to do after I would have done right now. Do I want to do that? Yeah, but so I'm going to do this first and then I'll show you after the difference. It's very slight, but this one might be easier than what I'm doing. Okay, I'm getting hot. Laura says, hello. Says she definitely can see plaid patterns. And Marg says she loves plaid patterns too. Okay, so I've just got a piece of basic white. It happens to be a scrap piece. It's probably too large. So if you're doing this, you don't have to have it this large. The stamp set that I'm using is this one called Beautiful Butterflies. It is new in that mini catalog. And I'm going to open it up. There's a die set. I'm going to use this gigantic butterfly here. But there are dies that go with it that will cut out the butterfly, the outline of the butterfly. There's a couple of dies that will cut out greetings. This one, there's a couple of bodies here too of butterflies. I don't know what you call those, but 3 different sizes there. And some extra little bits and pieces. And then there's this one here, which looks really strange. Let me just show you what that will do. You can cut out something where you just make a little butterfly like that. So you could actually take this and leave it on the seam of a card and make the front like this and the back just plain, or you can double cut it like I did. I've been playing with it, obviously, so you can see that I've been playing with that die. So it's kind of fun because it gives you some lines to place right on the score mark. So kind of fun. Okay, and this is a bundle that comes with an embossing folder. So this is a Beautiful Butterflies hybrid embossing folder. And you can see that this big butterfly on here, maybe you can, maybe you can't. Let me see here, is a match for this butterfly. So I'm going to actually use that and do that. So I'm going to move all this aside and show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start by inking this up with copper clay. Cheryl says she never thought of using a file. Yeah, you can totally use a file. It's a pretty fine grit one, that one, a nail file. But it does the job to take those little fluffies off the side of your paper. So I'm just inking this up with copper clay. You saw that I inked it upside down because this is a very large stamp and I want to make sure that I have ink all over it. So it is absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to close. Actually, no, I don't need to close that ink up because I'm going to use it again. And there's a bunch of different ways you can color this. I have an event coming up that you can hear about by making sure you're checking out my newsletter. And in that event, I show a couple different other ways to color this, but I'm just going to use my blends markers here, and this is the light Calypso Coral that I'm using, and I'm just going to bring in that plaid paper so you can see how lovely it is. Now I did pull in the dark in my playing around, and it was too dark, so I'll show that to you in a second and you can see that, but so pretty. Like that. So I'm just going to pull the dark one in so you can see if I put this just on up here, you can see how much darker it is in the paper. I'll hold that up for you. So even though it says it's a match, I don't feel like it's a good match. It might be closer to that line, like a Cajun Craze, but not really. And I don't have a Cajun, there's no Cajun Craze blends marker, so so I won't be using that color. Okay, so let's do the wild wheat. So I'm going to start with the light wild wheat. These are not colors I would have put together, but it's certainly they look lovely together, and really it's more representative of butterflies because they aren't, you know, bright pinks and things. Usually they're a little more muted colors, so I think that this looks good with this. I'm not going to color the whole thing. I'm going to just color enough. Actually, you know what? I think I'll just do the magic of television here. Ta-da! There's one colored. I don't even know if I didn't even do the same colors. Look at that. But one of the things to note is I did do a light and a dark crumb cake. So that's light and that's dark. So it kind of matches the paper. This is that basic beige paper, the background. But the light crumb cake really kind of goes with that, and then the dark crumb cake picks up some of the darker colors there. Anyways, I just think those colors are stunning together. Okay, so let's pull in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Let's see what you guys are saying. Nancy says, what a beautiful set. I have to have it. When is it available? It is available January 7th in this catalog. And Robin says, one big butterfly. It sure is one big butterfly. And I've been missing having a big butterfly because we used to have one a while ago and we haven't had one for a while. Okay, I'm going to move the machine up so you can see the camera up so you can see better what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to start with, hopefully that light isn't blocking too much there, grabbing the die that matches this. So I'm going to just put it on here like I normally do. I'm going to use some of my reusable tape. This is on my website under products, under Jen Recommends. I get it from Amazon. It's well, it's tacky. Of course it's tacky. It's tacky tape. But it is non-ripping, non-permanent. That's the word I want. Tape. So you can stick it down on things like this and it's not going to wreck your thing underneath, but it is going to hold it in place. Okay, so then the other thing I want is the folder because we're going to cut this out and emboss it at the same time. So when you do that, you want to make sure you're using, get rid of that dimensional back, the Stampin' Up side of the folder, and the die nestles right into here. This is like raised. So I'm going to take this, turn it over, and I'm going to nestle this right in there. You can almost feel it click into place. So it's like that. And then I'm going to close it nice and tight. Okay, and then I'm going to take this. It tells you on here what to do with 3D folders. So all you need is this plate 1. I'm going to put this in with the seam side towards the opening, and then plate 4, which is the one you use for embossing 3D embossing folders. And I'm going to mill it through. Get my carousel out of the way there. And I'm going to go back again just to make sure I've got everything cut out there. Okay, and let's move all this aside. And let me move the camera down. That was nice and smooth. Okay. So now this will have been cut out at the same time as it will emboss it. So let's just see this. Oh, I'm going, why is that not coming out? It's because of my tape. So I often save that tape. I've actually got a couple of them stuck on my camera stand here. Here you go. So it, you're not going to be able to see it super well here, I'm hoping you can see some of the dimension. It's all raised and is absolutely gorgeous. When I take a picture of this, you'll be able to see it. It's so pretty because it is in cutout and it's embossed and it's colored all at the same time. So it's absolutely stunning. Okay, so let's go over here. I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to do this one plain, and then I'm going to show you the other ones, and you guys can tell me what you think, okay? So I have already cut out one of the dies that come with the set as well. I showed you this one here. There's two different greeting dies. I'm just going to close that up so I don't lose anything. I'm going to put away the die and close that up. I just want to fix this too. These are all the different things you can do. I haven't even played enough with this yet to see all the different things you can do. You can make the butterfly middle a different color. You can do whatever you want there. So I'm just keeping this pretty plain, but it's still gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. Oh yeah, I was going to stamp that, wasn't I? Let's do this. One on either side. And of course, when you run out of them, oh, there's one more here. When you run out, you just cut some more out. So let's do this greeting here before I forget. So I'm going to use copper clay, because I don't have the Cajun craze. And there's a nice happy birthday from this stamp set. There we go. Little polymer, easy to line up. Hello, Lori Swanson. Okay, so this is going to go down here. And then this one is going to go up here. So I'm going to just take off these dimensional backs and leave these wings a bit loose. So let's see here. I guess I can put this right down right now. And we'll center that. Okay, and then this is going to go here. Like so. How beautiful is that? The raised up just a little bit. So pretty. Of course, we're going to put some bling on it, and then I'm going to show you a couple differences, okay? So I've got here, these. I thought these were absolutely perfect. These are the adhesive backed swirl dots. So they have, actually all those colors are the same. So they've got these little clips of coral ones, they've got the darker ones, they've got kind of the vanilla ones, so everything matches, which was just awesome because these were released out with the cafe set, the cafe latte, the one that I showed you that is basically on the last chance list. But these dots are still available, so they're really pretty. They have kind of like a swirl in them, so they're kind of multiple colors. I'm gonna put those two there, and then I think I might do the darker one, and we'll put it right there on the little butterfly's head. How cute is that? Beautiful. And like I said, the texture in here is just amazing. Okay, so let's just have a look at my other ones here. So first of all, they are different colors, so I've used a different plaid. So here we go with the blue. And so this one here is pecan pie that I've done. And I've done the boho blue and yeah, boho blue, and I've done the cool coloring thing on there that I'm doing in my next class. But I don't know if you can see the background. Can you see the background? I'm hoping the camera picks it up. But I have embossed the entire background with that folder. So now the butterfly is there. It doesn't quite line up, but it's pretty cool. This plaid is basically embossed. So let me show you another version of that. So this one, first of all, I've put the butterfly in the middle. Done the same thing, embossed the entire background, but I have cut out ahead of time through the first two layers and then cut this and put it on here. So you've got, because I've got the flapping happening a little bit, there's a bit of a blue outline on there. So it's just a kind of a cool difference. And here is another one using the same plaid paper, but this time I pulled in some of the green. So this is Mossy Meadow. I did stamp it off a couple of times to stamp that on there. But again, I've got the whole thing embossed, and you can really see on this one the outline because there's nothing sort of stopping it. with the saying in the middle. So there you go. What do you think? Would you like the blue? First of all, do you like the blue or the orangey ones? I don't even want to call it orangey, kind of browns maybe. The blue or the browns version? Do you like the thing in the middle and the side? Do you like the cutout or do you like it straight on? What do you think, you guys? What do you like? Let me know. Nicole says, beautiful cards. Love the boho. Oh, yes. Robin says could make a shaker card too. Absolutely. With this big butterfly, it would be perfect for shaker cards, especially with that one die, that big die here. You could make a nice outline with this one. And then have that as the top. There's so many things you can do with that stamp set. Mark says she likes them all. Cheryl says pretty. Robin likes the blue one. Well, that was the first one I'd started with blue, but I thought for today I want to make something different. So very pretty. Mark says she loves the colors. Hearts to you too. There we go. I'll just make sure I got all caught up. Blue and embossing. Yes, I'm not surprised because the blues are always a fun favorite color, aren't they? I just wanted to show you that you could, with all those plaid papers, make up stuff that works. The other thing is this is stamped as opposed to this being colored, so there's a little difference there too. Oh, I still have that annoying ticker going on here. Let me just get that off there. Banners, let me take off that ticker. There we go. Okay. All right, so thank you so much, guys, for checking this out with me today. And be sure to watch either your mail or be sure to request a catalog. You can, if you just check my last newsletter that came out Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. I meant to make it go Wednesday, but I was all mixed up. So I sent it Tuesday, which is good because starting next week, I'm going to have a newsletter on Tuesday, one on Tuesday, and then a little update on Thursday. I'm just making a little change here, so you'll see all that. But in that newsletter, I basically tell you how you can request a catalog if you don't automatically qualify for one. And my apologies, I just had to do something this year because of the cost was astronomical for me mailing all those things. So so they're either the ones that have been automatically given out are on their way. You should get them soon. And come January 7th, next Tuesday, you'll be able to see the catalog online. Anyways. So have a wonderful weekend, Jen Allen says, and to you as well. Vicki says she loves the cutouts embossed in all the colors. Vicki loves all the things. Laura DeBruin says very pretty. I love them all. Love that set. And Cheryl is also saying have a happy weekend. And same to you, Cheryl, and everyone else. Thank you for joining me today. I'll be here again next Friday. Take care if you're going back to work next week. And if you're already back at work, well, I feel you. Okay, guys, take care and thanks again for joining me. See you next week. Bye-bye now.